Miguel Molina was born July 5, 1878, in Las Palmas, on Gran Canaria, in the Canary Islands, Spain. His father was Juan Molina, who was born August 24, 1850, and his mother was Ruperta Hernandez, who was born about 1855, both in Villa de Ves, Albacete, Castilla-La Mancha, Spain. Around the turn of the 20th century, Miguel emigrated to the island of Cuba, where he met and married Josefa Iturriaga y Perez, who was born March 19, 1889, in Havana, Ciego de Avila, Cuba. Her parents were Manuel Iturriaga, who was born about 1850, in Havana, Ciego de Avila, Cuba, and Josefina Perez, who was born about 1870, in Mariel, La Habana, Cuba. According to family lore, he was encouraged by his father to go to Cuba to explore economic possibilities. In Cuba, he became a farmer with an estate which produced vegetables, tobacco, coffee, and sugar. They started their family, and the following children were born. Arsenio Molina, who was born about 1906, probably in Havana. Herminio Miguel Molina, who was born April 27, 1907, in Havana. José Antonio Molina, known as Antonio, who was born September 6, 1909, in Unión de Reyes, Matanzas. Mario Molina, who was born December 10, 1910, in Unión de Reyes, Matanzas. Celia Maria Molina, who was born December 16, 1913, in Unión de Reyes, Matanzas. Armando Molina, who was born about 1918, probably in Unión de Reyes, Matanzas. Alfredo Molina, who was born about 1919, probably in Unión de Reyes, Matanzas. Miguel Alfonso Molina, known as Alfonso, was born March 1, 1919, in Unión de Reyes, Matanzas. José Gustavo Molina, known as Gus, who was born February 12, 1921, in Havana. Mercedes Ascensión Molina, who was born August 15, 1924, in Havana. And another Arsenio Molina, born about 1925, probably in Havana. The Wall Street crash of 1929 led to precipitous drops in the price of sugar, political unrest, and repression in Cuba. The crash brought financial ruin for many businesspeople and financiers. In May 1927, Mario traveled to New York on the SS Florida. He is listed as a 16-year-old student on his way to stay with a friend, R. Diaz, at 200 West 111th Street. In June 1929, Herminio traveled to New York via Key West on the SS Governor Cobb. He is listed as a 22-year-old clerk on his way to stay with Mario at 214 Clifton Street. The end of part 1 of the Molina story. Part 2 will recount the arrival of the other family members who emigrated from Cuba to the United States.